participants, and the loving audience present here from all around the globe. I am Dr. Vaishali Tripathi, moderator for today's event. It's my privilege to welcome you all to IIU-IYDC conference organized by International Internship University, the first global virtual university offering quality, accessible, and location-independent education around all areas. Before we start, let's pray to Almighty for the success of this event and seek His blessings for the well-being of everyone on this globe.
There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of love. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Savior above. Showers of blessing. Showers of blessing we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. There shall be showers of blessing, precious reviving again. Over the hills and the valleys, sound of abundance of rain. Showers of blessing, showers of blessing we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. There shall be showers of blessing. Send them upon us, O Lord. Grant to us now a refreshing. Come and now honor thy word. Showers of blessing, showers of blessing we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead.
Did you know flight rates have reduced substantially?
What a pious start to begin the event. I want to express my gratitude to have been given the opportunity to moderate this event and be a part of this historic IIU-IYDC conference. It's my honor to introduce the team of IIU, the strong support of IIU, who all are working consistently to achieve the vision and mission of IIU by bringing the new era of education all over the globe. The inspiration of IIU, Sri Dandi Swamiji Maharaj, his blessings and guidance in every endeavour of IIU is stimulating. Trustees of IIU includes Ms. Roshni Lal and Ms. Anju Pandit. Visionary founder and COO of IIU is Mr. Peeyush Pandit, the man behind the success of IIU. Co-founder of IIU is Mr. Stephen V, who is the co-founder of Australia. Dr. Satnam Dudkar, who is the co-founder of IIU UK, and Mona Arnigna, who is the co-founder of IIU Indonesia. Executive board members of IIU includes Ms. Corina Sujdia, Dr. Kalyani Rao, Ms. Nada Radkovic, who is from Croatia, and Mr. Prakash Lal Dukar, who is from UK. IIU President Council is Dr. Pratibha Mishra from India, Advisory Board, Dr. Satnam Dukar, UK Honorary Degree Board, Dr. Prachi Gaur from India, she is HR and Training and Country Director for India, IIU. Dr. N.D. Mathur is again from India, Research and Development Board. Board of Directors of IIU includes Dr. Snigdha Kadam, Dr. Alisa White, and Dr. Prachi Gaur. Professor Dr. Chaplain General Ephobia Yoshiohola Charles is the Continent Head Africa, IIU. What a pleasure to introduce the team of IIU. You all must be curious to know more about IIU, that is International Internship University. Well, International Internship University is building a better and brighter future for all the young learners and is committed in providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional cost and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe. IIU has been accredited and affiliated with the World Education Organization and International Accreditation Organization and collaborated with all the world's top universities and educational institutions through the platform of massive open online courses. IIU provides various certificates including diploma, graduation, post-graduation diploma, post-graduation courses, and honorary doctorates. IIU has received many accreditations as per international standards for its innovation, vision, creative ideas, research, and white paper publications. International Internship University is building a better and brighter future for all the young learners and is committed in providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU Council presents IIU WEC, that is Women's Entrepreneurs Council, IIU ISDC, that is International Student Development Council, and IIU-IYDC, that is International Youth Development Council, along with IIU International Council for Educators. After hearing about the International Internship University, its council, you all must be excited about today's event, aren't you? Let me see the reaction on screen. Are you excited? Let's have the thumbs up for the reactions. Okay, so let's learn, share, and grow together, and this evening with the same enthusiasm. I want to throw some light on IIU-IYDC. Mr. Peeyush Pandit, the co-founder of IIU, always says, youth are the future of the world. So youth development is directly related to the development and progress of the world. Mr. Peeyush Pandit always says that youth development builds on 6 C's, which helps to prepare youth for the success in every endeavours. It includes competence, confidence, connection, compassion, contribution, and character. With a vision to improve the lives of children and adolescents by meeting their basic physical development and social needs, and by helping them to build the competencies needed to become successful adult, Mr. Peeyush Pandit decided to form IIU International Youth Development Council. IIU-IYDC endeavours to bridge the gap between global and local in each part of the world. IIU-IYDC is always looking for young and enthusiastic minds who want to get involved with us and participate. IIU-IYDC has developed various programs and services for youth from the underprivileged sections of the society who are poor and often disciplined and mentally ill-focused, heavily on helping them to avoid their natural inclination towards vice, and sought to help them gain useful occupation by focusing on developing the strengths of youth of the world. IIU Youth Development Council helps youth all over the globe to improve their lives through an educational process that applies knowledge to critical issues, needs, and opportunities of education and employment. IIU Youth Development Council connects youth with opportunities to transform their lives. Today, we will be witnessing the plenitude of ideas and knowledge delivered by 25 experienced speakers. Our chief guest, special guest, and eminent speakers will certainly throw light on humanity aligned by goals which will transform the youths to better youth. Now, the motive we all have gathered here for. Our keynote speakers who will be sharing their ideas, views, techniques, ventures, and much more. I would like to give introduction of our highly experienced speakers now. Please enlighten us with your inspiring words. Let me call our first special guest. She is Dr. Namrata Mehta. She is a seasoned clinical psychologist who has an experience of 25 years, who hails from the Sun City of Jodhpur. She is an ardent reader, writer, researcher, and an academician. She is the founder and department head of psychology at Mahila PG Mahavidyalaya, Jodhpur. Apart from this, she takes guest lectures in paramedical courses and management courses. She has a teaching experience of 23 years in UG and PG students. She has participated and presented several research papers in several conferences, and her papers are being published in national and international journals. Apart from this, she has worked as SRF in HRD projects under the Ministry of Government of India. She has written and dealt with many cases, and her therapy sessions has improved the lives of many people. Her counseling sessions are very impactful and influenced many. She has been awarded with many prizes, rewards, and achievements. She is the author of a book on management strategies and the founder and secretary of NGO Faith Work Society, which reflects in her work interest in social work. She is empaneled in Rajasthan High Court, rendering counseling for children and female. Ma'am, the stage is all yours. We would like to hear from you. Ma'am, you are not audible. We can't hear you.
Good evening, all. Am I audible now?
Yeah. You're audible.
Good evening, all. I am privileged to be invited to speak on such a relevant topic, humanity aligned with goals, transformed a better youth. So, before speaking on it, first of all, I would like to thank Swan Bharat Parivar and IIU University Youth Development Council, who is striving hard for the overall youth development. My special thanks and appreciation to Dr. Peeyush Pandit sir for this initiative, and my warm gratitude to Mrs. Roshni Lal ma'am and entire team members. So I would like to share that youth represents the largest growing constituency. There are 1.8 billion youth between 10 to 24 years, and this is more than any point in human history. And that is why engaging the youth with humanitarian is very important, and it should not be any longer optional. It should be made compulsory. So to engage the youth, there should be sustainable developmental goals, as I think the future of humanity and our planet lies with future generation, and human values are core to this. Human values are very important in all the aspects of life, and this is important for the youths who are the future of our country. These goals will have comprehensive and far-reaching effects, as in institutions like IIU are committed towards this philosophy. We will certainly take development through human values and by youth at completely different levels, because the youth is the founder of the future country. What is so heartening here is to see so many dedicated thought leaders who have come together for brainstorming and building an inclusive approach. I'm sure as we embark this collective journey, we pledge to have more empowered youth with strong humanitarian values and who can drive. Again, thank all and wish everyone very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, your words are very true that youth is the future of our nation and they are going to do something great. So thank you so much. Our second special guest is Ms. Harsha Rohit. She is an anthropologist with 12 years in her career. Ms. Rohit has successfully developed two original concept-based institutes that have advocated the holistic development of aspiring professionals, simultaneously evolving their mind, body, and soul. The primary institute commenced by Ms. Rohit, the HR Trikaya Personality Grooming and Finishing Academy, Jaipur. Most recently, she has been responsible for the inception and establishment of prestigious School of Ethics and Finishing Skills in Modi University of Science and Technology, Lakshmangarh, Rajasthan in 2018, which is transforming etiquettes, civility, and soft skill education across India. Ms. Harsha Rohit is a certified trainer. She has also reached out to the youth by being a guest columnist and channel partner in the newspaper like DNA, along with doing interesting and engaging civility-based activities and taking overall personality building initiatives. Ms. Rohit has also been certified as an ethic coach by the sought-after Femina Miss India trainer, Mrs. Rukshana Aisa. Ms. Rohit is a civility courtesy coach and civility at work coach from Civility Experts Canada, having completed her live training from London, UK in 2019, and is also currently the sole candidate from India for the Master Certified Civility Trainer certification that is held by only 14 trainers across the globe. Wonderful. The latest feather in her cap is her selection as the sole candidate from India as a trainer for World Citizen Alliance amongst 30 trainers chosen from across the globe in 2021. What a strong profile. Ma'am, the stage is all yours. We would like to hear from you.
You know, the technology actually goofs up sometime because even I started speaking without unmuting myself. However, now, am I audible to everybody? Okay, wonderful. So a lot has been spoken about me, and thank you, Dr. Tripathi. Thank you, IIU University, for having me here, and thank you all the people supporting and running IIU University, starting from Dr. Pandit and Ms. Lal, and everybody who's present on this platform. Like I can see a lot of people from across the world, and I'm extremely happy to be connected from people from Nigeria, Philippines, because I have continuously seen that everybody's saying hi from various countries. So first of all, it's wonderful to meet everybody on this platform. Hopefully we would meet, in person also, because that's what we are hoping after this corona ends, and we are safe. Now, the topic is, I think you need to
Please mute everyone.
okay. Now, today we are supposed to discuss and exchange our thoughts related to the youth and humanity. Now, humanity actually speaks about humans and who forms the human race. It starts from the childhood, and actually the formation takes place in the, the nascent years, and actually they culminate to make a wonderful youth if the values are right. A lot of things have been told by Dr. Tripathi related to civility training of mine. So I would just like to throw some light on that, because there actually we are taking care of, the humanity aspect, which is required very much in the world. By and large, I feel it is, even when the countries differ, the human psychology remains same. This aspiration same, remains same. Their fears remain same. Their threats remain same. And how they lead the journey, that also, by and large, it's same. Now, the civility which we are talking about, one is your aspect to live, how you are living, but how you are answerable to the society and the people around you, that is actually civility. And I feel when you are answerable to the society around you, when we say society, then we just do not mean the humans, because as we say humanity, we actually, limiting ourselves to humans, but actually, the youth and ourselves, we are answerable to the entire world, when even the flora, fauna, and the animals all inclusive. So that particular aspect of yours, of your personality, basically speaks about your civility. How is your behavior towards them? Now, the major problem, every country has different problems, and the youth who are getting mentored in that particular country facing different, challenges. In India, if the challenge is relating to, the employment, or for that matter, the money constraint, then in America, it could be lack of parental support, if not support, like lack of parental guidance, or probably lot of inclusions in their life, which actually does not give them the clear thought what they want, and hence the problem comes in the form of their negligence towards the society when they open fire into the schools and colleges. So every country faces some challenge, and that challenge channelizes into the youth in that form. So hence we need to understand that the value system has to grow from the family itself. If we want a youth who is a perfect youth to build the country, the society, and the surroundings, the value system has to come from first the family and parents, then it has to come from the education system and the universities like IIU, somebody who actually takes up the work of talking about it, work of guiding these youth into the society. One particular thing has been spoken about me, that I am also associated to World Citizen Alliance. Now, this is a beautiful platform where Harvard, there is another platform called Global Knowledge Exchange. If anybody has heard about it, that is a project which is supported by Harvard. Basically, even Harvard and Global Knowledge Exchange is putting money and their thought process and all the expertise into building the youth of the entire world. They want that this should be one world, one classroom, one platform. So the challenges could be different, but the way to tackle could be, minorly different, but we have to do it in togetherness. There is one particular, word in Sanskrit, which I would like to speak here. That's called Vasudev Kutumbakam. It has been said from, many, ages, not years, ages. And that means that this entire country is a family. Vasudev Kutumbakam means it's a family. So if we all go as a family, we treat all the challenges which the youth are facing and guide them as being the mentors to them, I think we are going to solve most of the problem in the world, because what we teach our children, they'll become as youth, and finally they are going to form the entire, the world, and the happiness quotient depends on them. I do not have much because I did not exactly prepare. So probably my thoughts came out to be very scattered, that I was trying to speak everything, on one platform. But what I want to say is, let's put together all our efforts to actually mentor the youth. And thank you, IIU, for inviting me here. And in fact, when I am being questioned for something, I answer well rather than just, going on a monologue. So if anybody has a question, they can, unmute and ask me so that we can have a conversation also on that. And if not, then we'll go forward and I'll, give the mic back to Dr. Tripathi. Any questions, please? And I hope I was clear with my English, because it might be coming as an, Indian English. So I'm not very sure people understood or not. If they did, then okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Tripathi, thank you. If there is any question, you can take it and, pass it on if somebody wants to ask me directly. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, you have truly said that we are one family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and we have been hearing this from ages, and we should follow this actually. This whole world is one family only. And yes, the youth development begins with home itself, and being parents, we should do everything to teach our kids when they grow up so that they can help the community grow faster and better in a better way. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, we have heard a lot about IIU. Let's watch a video about IIU, how the IIU has been working throughout this time.
What is education? Books? Classes?
पहले वाले कितने नंबर प्रेजेंट दिखाए थे?
Schools? No. Education is not that. It's beyond this. Education is a term that we have grown up listening to since we were kids. Right from the beginning of childhood till this very moment, we have been surrounded by education and its need and importance. A luxury for the rich, a necessity for the bread earner, a dream for the underprivileged, an aspiration for the suppressed, a distant reality for the inaccessible. The primary objective of education is to impart knowledge. Education also has its fair share in building the thinking capacity of people's minds. Hence, education supplies people with knowledge and facts and also encourages them to integrate that acquired knowledge into practical and professional lives via necessary training. Education, thus, also plays a primary role in supporting the economic, social and cultural sector of a country. It's a way to change the future today. The current education system can make people easy to lead, but difficult to drive, is either all academic, all physical, all virtual, or all costly. Also, it makes easy to govern, but impossible to enslave. We cannot win over the future by sabotaging our present with extreme disparity. IIU takes great pride in saying that we're bridging the gaps in education system. We're not just academicians, but also practically oriented. We're not just limited to virtual classes, but also physical exposure. We do not dig a hole in the pockets of the students and their families. We're everything that traditional education hasn't been. IIU has already implemented and promoting the MOOCs technology. When we talk about MOOCs technology, it stands for Massive, Open, Online Courses.
Hello.
The word massive is to be understood in the sense that 100,000 learners at the same time have open and equal opportunities to attend these courses. MOOCs are truly a tremendous technological leap, and what makes them so attractive is that they don't imply any cost to learners. IIU has tied up with more than 100 universities to provide more than 10,000 courses to the students, free of cost, with the help of MOOCs technology.
Hello,
Education is much more charming and intriguing than the temptations of distraction unnecessary. Our education policymakers must look into the problem to make a better system which is more practical and provides hands-on learning to the students. Who are we? The International Internship University is a virtual university with state-of-the-art curriculum, real-life industry exposure, amazing student attention, learning-oriented resources, and most of all, a commitment to make the world a better place. Why do we exist? We exist to fulfill the necessity of the bread earner. We exist to help underprivileged achieve their dreams. We exist to fuel aspirations and accessibility. We exist to provide everyone the luxury of being capable of changing the world. We really do exist to ignite young minds and make them the torchbearers of tomorrow. For a better future. For the legacy of everyone who's left us. For the hope of everyone who's yet to come, and for the growth of everyone who walks this beautiful planet. We invite you to join our world-class educational team and platform with an altruistic dedication to creating the future. The change is so big that it would potentially impact millions across the world. Millions of children and youth around the world cannot wait any longer. Please join us in our effort to create the virtual learning generation of IIU. We're IIU, we're change. Welcome to our world, a new tomorrow.
Wonderful. It's really great that IIU is working at such a great pace and bringing new initiatives every day. Thank you, IIU, for conducting this event as well. And moving ahead, now I would like to tell all the speakers and all the audience who are here, participants, that there will be a form for you. For your attendance form will be there, which will be shared at the end of the event. So please be stuck with your seats. You can have your coffee, you can have your tea, snacks, whatever you want, you can bring to your table and just have and hear all the great learnings you'll be getting today. Okay, so just be stuck with the chairs. Next thing is that all the speakers have to stuck to the time limit. It is of 5 minutes. Please understand that the time is very important for you and others as well. So moving ahead, let me start with the first speaker of the day. The first speaker is Huing-Soo Koo. He is from South Korea. And he is Dasan High School teacher, MIE expert. He is the country coordinator for Global Educator Network. So sir, if you're here, please unmute yourself and the stage is all yours.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me, would you allow to sharing my screen? Can you hear me? I cannot share my screen now, so.
Yes, just a minute, please.
Fine.
Can you do it now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, and the sound is sounding clear. Enthusiastic educators around the world. Hello, I'm Hyun-Soo Cho, a teacher at Dasan High School in South Korea. My topic for today is optimizing learning to give what students need whenever they need it, which is related to quality education, SDGs number 4. Let's take a simple example. There are 3 students who live in a different area and schools, but all 3 students want to take the same class. Unfortunately, the school all 3 students.
So your voice is cracking a lot. We are not able to.
Of course, there are various.
You are not audible.
Can you hear my sound?
Yeah. It's clear now.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, a class is not available at each school of 3 students. How can we solve this problem? Of course, as you know, there are various MOOC platforms such as Khan and Coursera, and today I knew IIU. But the downside is that they cannot be put into official grades. So in Korea, we created a platform called Online Joint Curriculum Online Cluster. For example, Class A is offered by School B. The students from many different schools can apply and take it, even though they are not students who belong to School B. So last year, I opened an international exchange class called Intensive English Conversation 1 and conducted an international exchange classes with students from different regions who were difficult to receive educational benefits. These international exchange classes were conducted with 15 countries for 1 semester. This class went on greetings, introduction to each other's schools, Q&A time related to countries, culture, and education related to SDGs, and culture exchange, finally PEMPL. Now, let me show you the actual class flow with pictures. First, say hello and share the introduction and explanation of each school through video and PowerPoints. We exchange questions and answers based on SDGs and understand each other's countries. We exchange culture by showing K-pop, Taekwondo, and traditional dances and festivals unique to each country, and never miss this opportunity to connect online PEMPL for continuous education, online PEMPLs for fostering global citizenship. I think that all these activities are a kind of optimized learning that is linked to the SDGs, the precious goals that we must teach our children in the future. After this class, students expressed that they were able to learn something they could never learn in a classroom. With this, we conclude the case presentation related to SDGs number 4, quality education, in which students who are originally difficult to benefit from education have benefited. If you want to take online classes in Korea, please message me at any time. Let's make a better world together. Thank you for listening.
Wonderful. Very timely done. 5 minutes completely you have taken. And yes, your presentation was awesome. And yeah, quality education is very important for youth development as well. So thank you so much. Moving ahead, the next speaker is Sheikh Mohammad SH. He is from India itself. He is a science assistant teacher and presently working as assistant professor in School Media Studies, Chennai. He has national certificate in modular and employable skill in videography, and the stage is all yours, sir.
So thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Education is a very essential factor today, especially in this pandemic situation. Really wonderful topic chosen by organizing committee. The students' empowerment is very, very essential because today we know very well about 1.5 years, more than 1.5 years, we lose the
Kindly unmute yourself. Mr. Sheikh Mohammed, you are muted.
Oh, sorry, madam. Sorry. Uh, what's the most powerful resource in your classroom? That is my question. By the empowering students, you can change them further in learning, provide a more democratic learning experience, and of course, find the most powerful resource in our classroom. Give your students a voice through the forms of students' feedback. Give students decision making power in area of curriculum. Put your students in the sandbox, encouraging meaningful technology use in the classroom, and involve the students in the real issues. The five basic elements are the five basic principles for empowering of the students. The first one, you give your students a voice through the forms of students feedback. You may remember from your own school days how much students sometimes complain about teachers. Now that is only amplified through social networking. What if you could use that to your advantage? I am both a teacher and a students. I receive a lot of feedback from teachers for a classwork and how homework, and I also really appreciate getting constructive feedback from the students. I teach via video conferencing. Dr. Meena Jha here. She very well known about this conferencing. Last few days back, she delivered a lecture through the video conferencing, setting up forum for the students to provide the constructive and timely feedback, criticism of our prize through the mediums like a group, Google Doc, Twitter, hashtag, Edmoda sites, blogs, etc. Even very famous social networking for students. Good one is Google Meet and Zoom. Help we improve our teaching. It also helps students also embracing that the learning is about the partnership and working together. Then second one is give students decision making power in an area of the curriculum. The curriculum is very important for the students empowerment. You are all are I know all are academicians. You know very well about the curriculum. We should be very concentrate about the making of the curriculum, because we are in a digital era. All are digital natives. Our students are digital natives. Basically, we maybe most of the scholar academician very well know about the digital natives. So we should more concentrate about the curriculum based on the digitalizations. This might seems like an unrealistic idea in an age of common core standards and is a high stakes test. What if students were drastically of the required course? However, this is the actually entire possible to incorporate with the exciting curriculum. For instance, if you teach language arts and the goal of the unit is teaching students how to write an effective response to literature or a literary analysis essay, who says everyone has to write about the same book written by some ancient dead writer? Sorry. All these works provide plenty of themselves to analyze and are completing reads. We could turn this the response to literature unit into a book club unit where students, the class, the students directed curriculum idea is applicable to many other subjects. Even students the power to choose creates a sense of ownership over the learning. Put yourself in the sandboxes, jump into work with the students. When I teach language arts, basically language I means media arts, I love using the collaborative writing to explain concept like figurative language or script writing, content writing, or to demonstrate how to start the story writing different types of piece like an essay or suspenseful personal narrative. I ask for students' involvement and feedback there throughout the ideas while I think them together. The best part is that this is help provide a crucial link between the explanation of the topic and go go to go to this at home and turn it in movement. Then next one is very important, encourage meaningful technology used in the classroom. All academicians are agreed this statement. Many teachers tell students to turn off their device when they walk into the classroom. How it can be incredibly empowering to do the just the opposite by having your students bring their own device. You open up a world of few learning opportunities, and you refer during the class time to the access learning resource that they can also get at home or on the go. We see the learning does not just happen within the four walls of a classroom. Plus, it literally puts learning power in our hands. I know some teachers who have expressed the concerns about rolling out any kind of the technology that themselves didn't know how to use the well. However, if that's the case, don't be scared to let your students teach you a thing or two about technology. If you are worried about the students slacking off on digital devices, it is worth checking out of the discussion. The last one, involve the students in real issues. That is important principles for empowering the students. A big compliment a lot of students have about what we learn in classes that does not seem applicable to the real world. Have students practice the skills they have learned or topic they have come to the understand in service learning, debates, leadership, volunteerism, community service like NSS, NCC, and more. We are scout, we have more service, community service.
So your time is up.
Yeah,
You have to wind up now.
yeah. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you, Corina, Dr. Corina. Thank you, founder of the IIU. And thank you, Nada, and all academicians. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity for explanation about the empowering of this, how we can empower the students through some points. Thank you so much for giving this platform. Thank you all, my dear academicians and friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Yes, feedback from students, feedback from teachers, everything is important and everything is digitalized now. And we are reaching every home. So thank you so much for your great words. Next, moving ahead, the next speaker is Elizabeth Lucas from UK. Elizabeth Lucas is a global inspirational speaker, author, advisor, mindset transformation relationship coach, and yes, you can transform international founder and director, and also YWC coach as well. So the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Tripathi. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Korea, for inviting me. Thank you very much for the founder and the co-founders of IIU. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for all the great works you are doing, especially in the areas of education, and also for giving every one of us the opportunity to learn for free. Thank you so much. I acknowledge all protocol observed. I acknowledge all our distinguished guests, speakers, participants, and our honorable moderators. I also need to express my gratitude to Dr. Peeyush Pandit and all the co-founders and all the leaders and the coordinators of this event, and also the initiative of IYDC, which I am really, really happy to hear that, because without the youth, In education, I don't know what we are doing because these are the leaders of tomorrow. But let me quickly let you know youth's right. Young people are our role models and leaders of tomorrow, and they need to be cared for. They need to be listened to. They need to be mentored, and they need to be inspired. Despite all the challenges and all the adversities and every circumstances they may find themselves, we adults, or let me call myself youth as well, we need to be encouraged no matter the problem. But how can we do that? As inspirational speaker, I just want to encourage us on 4 principles: time, transforming lives, relationships, inspiration, mentor, and empowered. And in bracket, education. We need to be there for us. I'm going to address myself as a youth because I'm also part of the youth. So everything I'm saying it on behalf of the youth all over the world. We need to be listened to. Gone are those days that we have to set them aside and make decisions for them. No, this is the time for them to come to the table. If you want them to be a great leader, we need to show them the way. If you want them to be a great opportunist and also an entrepreneur, we need to show them the way. We don't dictate for them, but we listen and we also collaborate with them. We also bring them along and involve them. We need to empower them. How do we empower them? Give them the tools. One of them is to educate them, show them the way, guide them, and also sponsor them. Some of us, we need to sponsor them. We need to support them in whatever they want to do. We also need to educate them. Thank God for IIU. We are already doing that. We are educating us nearly every day. And I'm enjoying and I'm increasing my knowledge and I'm developing myself and I'm getting better every day. So credit to IIU. We also need to know that without them, there will be no sustainability. They need to be involved because one day, we will grow older and then we have to take over. In fact, they've already taken over. So that's why we need to guide them. I always say something, let's crave for leaders, not just followers. When they follow us, let's empower them. When they follow us, let us guide them to become a great leader. Leaders in the areas of government, leaders in entrepreneurship, leaders in every other area. It's very important. But I will not say much because I'm trying to use the limited time I have. After all this, let me also say this because I know that we youth, we are in this place. So let me encourage every one of us. I'm going to share the 5 Ds of success. And this is for every one of us that we're leaders. Number 1, dream. Dare to dream big. Then determined. Dare to dream big and make a quality decision. It's very, very important. Because if you don't have a vision, you are not going anywhere. Every youth needs to have a vision. What do you want to become? What do you want to achieve? Then the second one, make a quality decision. Think first before you make a decision. Because without a great decision, you will be doing any other things. So make a quality decision for your life, for your future. Then the third one, be disciplined. And let me add to this discipline, moral values. Let us not forget our moral values. Let's be disciplined in our time. Let's be disciplined in what we're doing. Let us be consistent. Let us be disciplined. Let us sacrifice time to want to become great, to become a great person, to become a to become a great person or to achieve, you've got to discipline yourself. Because some things you need to do away with. Then you need to be determined. The reason why I say determination is because we are faced with uncertainty. We are faced with reality. We are faced every day with challenges, even the circumstances that is beyond our control, even the things that we did not expect. But when you determined that you want to achieve, you want to be educated, you want to be empowered, you want to become, then nothing will stop you. That is very important. It will make you, determination is a drive for you to move forward. So you need to be determined. And then you need to be diligent in everything you are doing, studying, diligent, coming every time to IIU to study. You've got to be diligent. You can't choose your time. You have to be there because IIU is teaching different things. Very soon, we are going to be learning about entrepreneurship. Very soon, we'll be learning other things. And there's so many subjects to be learned during this time, especially in IIU. So you need to be determined and also be diligent in your development. It's very, very important. To round up my case, because I don't want to stay too long, guess what? We can do it together as adults and also as youth. We can show them the way. We can motivate and inspire them. And we can even put ourselves, like I am putting myself in their shoe. We can put ourselves in their position. We can't really know everything they are going through. But when we are there for them, they will open up to us. It's very important. They go through a lot. There's so many things in their head. But when we make ourselves approachable, make ourselves flexible, make ourselves reachable, then believe it, they will come to us and they will learn more from us. So yes, we can support them. We can sponsor them. They have ideas. They have goals they want to achieve. Let's be ready. And yes, we can do that. Yes, we can be there for our youth. And yes, we can together, stand together and create a better place for our youth. And that's why I'm so happy when I heard about this initiative. I was so happy because yes, we are getting there and we can do it together. I am the founder and president of Yes You Can International. And that is my message to the world. Whatever you dream, believe it, and you can become, you can achieve, and you can succeed. Thank you very much, Dr. Elizabeth Lucas.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your words were really beautiful. And I learned 5 Ds from you: dare to dream, quality decision, discipline in moral values, determination, and diligent in whatever you do. So thank you so much. Yes, for understanding youth, you need to put your legs into their shoes. Then only we'll be able to understand what the youth are going from. And we need to motivate them to do wonders in their life. So thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead, I would like to call Jocelyn Kavira from Kenya. She is a trained chemistry and mathematics teacher. Professionally, she is practicing psychology. 20 years of teaching experience. She has authored a book on parenting teenagers, and she has bagged many awards too. So, ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Okay. Thank you so much. I don't know whether you can see me. Hello?
You are actually, your camera is, you need to twist it a little.
Let me change my position, please. Maybe you can do the next one. I change my position. I've noted this one, the camera is a bit dark. Let me change my position, just 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, better. Are you there?
Yes, I am. You can see me well now.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm very happy to join you. I'm Jocelyn Kawera, joining you from Kenya. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It's allowed to 30, it's exactly 2:30 from my country, 2:30 p.m. on Monday. And I'm delighted to participate in this conference as we try to talk about the concept of our young people and trying to find out how do we help them as they navigate through this life. So this afternoon, we want to talk about the issues of our youth and how we can align their life. That is under the topic humanity, aligned by goals, transformed a better youth. How can we transform a better youth in this life? As a teacher, I have an experience that most of our young people, they are losing focus because of what is happening around them. If we are able to align humanity by the goals, and in this case, I'm talking about the SDGA goals and also our personal goals, our values, our morals, I'm very sure we are going to transform our young people. Young people are just growing up, and it's very easy to tap their life and fine-tune it to the right direction, because if you are able to channel their thoughts towards the right decision, if you're able to empower them to make what I would call informed decision, if you are able to stand with them and encourage them as they make decisions, my predecessor, Dr. Elizabeth, has just talked about the 5 Ds. If you are able to empower them as they make decisions, I'm very sure we are going to transform humanity. But I want to challenge ourselves and say that for us to change the young people, it starts with us. We cannot just wait and imagine the young people are going to change without us first changing. We cannot sit and wait for these people to make informed decisions while we are not empowering them. So I want to share something small. I hope I'm allowed to share the screen, and that will take me around 2 minutes or so that we can be able to move forward. But my message today is how do we, and I'm talking to us, especially the people who are handling the young people in class as a teacher. I'm a teacher, has been in class for the last 25 years, and I've handled these young people all through. And I can tell you that these young people, one thing I've noted is that they can be able to change in a big way if we are able to support them. So let me share my screen. Okay. I hope you can see the screen now. Okay. And you can also see me well. Great. We are talking about how do we help our young people align with goals of life. I want some equity. Okay, so I was gathering some calling, which was disturbing us a bit. And I want to ask ourselves, how do we make these young people move a journey to their destiny? These young people, we are normally given them to us by God. They come to our families, we nurture them, we provide for them, and we also give them identification. When these small children grow up, they go to the teacher, and the nature has it that we expect the teacher to nurture them so that they can end to their destiny. Now, the issue is that if we don't align humanity, our young people are getting lost before they reach their destiny. And that's why I'm talking about a journey without a destiny. We can align the young people to their values. We can align them to the decision-making process. We can align them to the morals in the society so that they can end up in the right direction. Now, the challenge has been when these children go to school, when they are very young, they are very jovial about life, and the teacher is always very happy with them. But as they grow up and they reach the adolescent stage, when the teenage issues start disturbing them, you find that the teachers forget their role of aligning humanity as per the charities these young people are going through, and now the behavior in class changes. So when this behavior changes, you find that our young people end up losing direction. And if they lose direction, we lose our very own, whom we should be expecting to take over tomorrow. So I want to challenge ourselves as the adults that we start by ourselves. These people, if you look at the way these young people are looking at the teacher in class, these people are in two different worlds. The young people are in their own world. The teacher is on his own world. Someone told me that the teacher comes looking like they want to swallow us. We don't think we can make any decision. Everything we do is wrong. And that is why I'm saying we are borrowed. To make these people reach their destiny, we really have to encourage them, and we have to stand with them so that we can be able to lead them in the right direction. So this afternoon, I want to challenge all of us that we are borrowed. These people, their decision-making processes are not well formed. Actually, in psychology, we say they are able to make decisions, informed decisions, when they are around 18 years and above. But now this is the time when they are going into adulthood. Let us try to understand these young people so that we can be able to help them to reach their destiny as we align their life to humanity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, it was indeed a wonderful presentation from your side. And yes, we need to understand the young generation and then react accordingly. Sometimes our small reactions can hamper their mental growth and development as well. So thank you so much for your beautiful presentation. Moving ahead, now I would like to call Dr. Dari Dakani from Philippines. He is the Director for Academics at St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. He is a senior research reviewer. He is curriculum developer, research, leadership and management, ethics, pedagogy, etc. are his expertise. So the stage is all yours, Dr. Derry. We would love to hear from you.
All right, thank you very much. Can I share screen?
Yeah, please go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our guests tonight. Good evening to the organizers of this event. I'd like to greet also our students who are present here, my students in St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines, who are viewing all of us right now. These are senior high school students. And I'd like to greet also our administrators and teachers who are present this evening. So I'm going to talk about humanity aligned by goals to transform a better youth. Let's start. So we live in an era of exponential change. And when leadership gurus from different parts of the world talk about the VUCA decades ago, they were already referring to a new normal. In fact, these gurus view volatility, the letter V, as leading to flexibility. U is uncertainty, leading to clarity, complexity. C, leading to understanding. And A is ambiguity, leading to resilience. Now, they believe in the capacity of individuals to rise to the challenges of the VUCA with deeper wisdom, resilience, compassion, and skillfulness. Now, with the challenges brought about by this global pandemic, we need to help young people, the youth, to navigate the situation and grow from there. We talk about resilience, which is a 21st century skill that will allow them to leap back. And I think this is very important, especially to young people today. There are many definitions of resilience, but I'd like to underscore Wendell's definition. This was way back in 1999. The successful adaptation to life's tasks in the face of social disadvantage or highly adverse conditions. This means that after being disrupted by change and stressors, we will still find the strength to grow stronger after soul searching and deep thinking. And there was another definition of resilience according to Henderson and Milston. It is the ability to recover from negative life experiences and become stronger while overcoming them. Now, the youth are said to be the torch bearers of the future. And I know all educators here would agree with me that they not only hold our dreams in their hands, they also hold the means by which the future of the country will be built. And the current crisis has indeed disturbed all aspects of life in an unprecedented manner. While many of its implications, such as confinement replaced, psychological distress, and social distancing measures affect all of society from different age groups experience these impacts in distinct ways. Let's proceed to the next slide. Now, the United Nations made mention that the COVID-19 pandemic will have long-lasting social, cultural, economic, political, and multidimensional impacts on the whole of societies, including young people, according to United Nations 2020. And in a recent report by UN, young people are already among the most affected. And you know this one, my dear educators and students, more than 1.5 billion people, or roughly around 87% of the world's student population, are kept away from school and universities in more than 165 countries. Glad to hear that slowly the schools are now opening, and young people are particularly at risk of increased anxiety and mental health concerns. And young women and girls are at a higher risk of intimate partner violence and other forms of domestic violence during the pandemic. And young people will suffer greatly from a global recession. And young people make up more than 30% of the world's migrants and refugees, who also stand to suffer disproportionately both from pandemic and the afterhealth. And this data from the UN is very important. No? Given the above circumstances, young people all over the world are joining the global response against this pandemic in many ways. And they are running awareness campaigns, such as the basics, such as the hand washing campaigns, volunteering to support the elders, the vulnerable populations, contributing as scientists, entrepreneurs, and innovators. And of course, when we talk about the youth, we need the help of the school, we need the help of the government, we need the help of the community, and most especially, we need the help of the family at home. As an educator, I'd like to focus on the school. In the school that I'm working at St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, we try to provide students with many opportunities, such as international, collaborative, integrative learning, and forums with different countries. We try our best to include it in the curriculum because the pandemic, we call it, the pandemic would be an opportunity for many young people today. So just this morning, we had the forum, one coming from Italy and another one coming from Kenya, who were talking to our students, particularly the senior high school students. And that's why we came up with the International Affairs Program. And this would be our mission. And our focus primarily is to focus on the inquiry of our students. It's a process of being open to wonder and puzzlement and coming to know and understand the world. And that's why online international exchange class is the way to go for our young people, especially in schools today. The last Saturday, we had a collaboration with a school in Zambia, Africa, very far. We are in Asia, and yet we are able to do collaboration with students from Zambia, Africa. It was beautiful. And students at the end of every collaboration presents their action plans. Of course, they talk about specific SDGs from 1 to 17. And the collaborative, integrative online learning competencies which our young people get are the following: the cultural competency, the technological competencies in using the applications to do virtual classes, social intelligence, communication skills, and this is interesting, research skills, because each country would have to be able to do their basic research on the foreign country that they're going to be able to have They have a big group, then a smaller group discussion. They do the project-based learning, and they do the SDG-based lesson. They have the original worksheet, and of course, teacher support is very important. and later on, the action plan that they need to do. This is another example of a collaboration we did with the Japanese schools. It was very good. Towards the end, there was an actual plan that was planned out by each of the students of the two countries involved. On an online international academic collaboration, which would interest many of the educators here. Select or design an online international academic collaboration project. You ensure that students will have access to the technological tools. Of course, you have to obtain parental permission and guide them through the global collaboration project, and you have to facilitate reflective debriefs throughout the project and at the end of the project to help the students. And that's why when we talk about empowering the youth, I have given the acronym youth, which is, of course, these are young people, and we should be able to give them the opportunities that they need in a fast changing world. We should be able to understand them on their different developmental levels, and we need to trust young people, okay? Especially during the pandemic, there are educators who are very good, who are willing to be able to collaborate, with each other. Let's trust the young people. And lastly, okay, young people would always have, of course, the heart to be able to make a difference and to transform the world with what they can do and deliver. And with that, I'd like to thank everyone for listening to my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derry. It was a wonderful presentation. I loved your last slide very much. That is young opportunities, understand, trust, and heart. Yes, we should understand the young children, and we should give them opportunities. We should understand them. We should trust whatever they are doing, and we should give our hearts to them so that they will be able to build a better trust with us. So thank you so much. I loved your slide very much. Moving ahead now. Moving ahead, I would like to call Dr. Kalpana Dikshit from India. She is a research supervisor at Barkatullah University, Bhopal. She is a NCERT certified counselor. She is subject expert at NCTE and NEP, and she has bagged many awards. So the stage is all yours, ma'am, and we would love to hear from you now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the founder, co-founder, all the coordinator of the programs, and all the wonderful, eminent speakers here. I really feel myself proud to be one of the speakers in this great conference. I would like to say that the previous speakers of yesterday and today, they have all spoken about the role and responsibility of the youth. Youth are doing wonderful. They are motivated. They are the changing agents. They are really transforming the society as well as the nation. So they are playing a great role. We have the live example of Malala Yousafzai, Sophie Cruz, Geetanjali Rao. They are some young leaders who have done very well in their particular fields of action. So here I would like to say that youth are really moderator and changing agent of the society. If you permit, Vaishali, can I share my screen now? Okay. My topic of today's presentation is youth involvement in social transformation, humanity, and action plan. As we have already learned that youth are very vibrant and changing agents of the nations, and they are nation builders. So here I would like to define the operational definition of youth. The United Nations define youth as a person aged between 15 and 24. However, this definition is flexible. According to the World Youth Report 2010, there are 1.2 billion young people aged 15 to 25 years, accounting for 16% of the global population. To this end, UNESCO also...
Sorry to disturb you, ma'am. Your screen is not shared actually. Have you shared it?
Yeah. Just a minute. I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah, your screen is not shared.
Are you finding my screen, ma'am?
Not yet. Yeah, it is visible now. Yes, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming now. Okay. Sorry to disturb the conference. Okay, there was some network interruption, I thought.
But your slides are not visible actually. Some Zoom is, we are able to see something written Zoom, introducing Zoom app.
This is
You have
not
not
visible,
shared,
ma'am?
no, you have not shared your screen, PPT.
Yeah, I have shared. I have already shared, ma'am. I'm just going back.
You stop sharing and then again reshare it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So my today's topic is youth involvement in social transformation, humanity and action plan. I am here by defining the operational definition of youth. The United Nations defined youth as person aged between 15 and 24. However, this definition is flexible. According to the World Youth Report 2018, there are 1.2 billion young people aged 15 to 24 years, accounting for 16% of the global population. To this end, UNESCO also encourages youth space aimed at empowering young people, fostering and supporting their action, promoting advisory by youth, with youth, for youth. Youth have the creativity, the potential, and the capacity to make change happen for themselves, for their communities, and for the rest of the world. UNESCO works with young people and is committed to accompany them to work together to drive social innovation and change, participate fully in the development of their societies, eradicate poverty and inequality, and foster a culture of peace. UNESCO has engaged with thousands of youth to create change. Though its fora built solid youth network reach young people to work on peace building and prevention of violence extension, and is committed to empowering underprivileged youth by providing them with spaces to participate and their recognition and visibility. Here I would like to share the concept of youth-led engagement. It is defined as youth taking responsibility for caring and creating benefits for society and the world, encompass attitudes, behaviors, knowledge, and skills of individuals and organizations by engaging youth in a specifically directed course of action which may support society and individuals. Framework for youth-led social change. What are the frameworks? There are 7 topics: environment, human, health and safety, education and humanities, 9 engagement, volunteerism, research and innovation, and political engagement, 6 organizational type, advisory body, social enterprises, and individual. 3 strategies: socialization, influence, and power, and 3 scales of impact: individual impact, community impact, international, organizational, and national impact. Strategies and impact. Are you hearing me? Yeah, strategies and impact.
Yep, stop work. Oh.
What happened? Some unique sound there? Okay, I'm
Others, please mute yourself.
No issue, it happens. Okay, strategies and impact. Number 1, influence. What type of influence youth are creating on the society and individual? Influence other individuals to take action to address the social problems in their own individual life. and influence the community, constituency, organization, and decision maker on that scale to take action in addressing the social problem and influence the board, broad population, national and international level. Partnership. Youth are doing partnership to raise their impact on the social problem through mutually benefit cooperation with other individuals acting in the society and directly impact the social problem through individual action. Topics related to human health, science, and technology. What topic has to be covered to empower the youth to support and transform the society? These topics are human health and safety. The mental and physical wellness of the human being include in holistic health. Like that, science, business, technology, and development also include relevant to the energy infrastructure, energy related to all sectors. Then another topic of related with education, culture, and religion. Education, engagement that focus on providing education, workshop, classes, informal learning at extra or big focus on the concept of education itself, enhancing, reforming, or otherwise addressing shortcoming of its implementation. Culture and religion, topic related to any combination of culture, faith, and
Ma'am,
religion.
please try to wind up in a minute, please, because we are.
Just type topic. What type of engagements are there? I will just wind up this. Philanthropy, like the take the donation and establishing some volunteer, non-volunteer organization. Others are arts and culture engagement in arts, culture, fine art, music, and dance also. And research and innovation, creating changes by implementing innovative solutions to existing problems, including the use of new and existing research to further social knowledge or understanding of a partnership subject. Here, what type of organization involved in the youth transformation and youth will participate in their activities. They are informal groups, they are not-for-profit companies, and they are social enterprises, they are non-profit organization itself. Here, I would like to wind up by saying one statement of Vivekananda. Vivekananda said that youth are my power and they will become my future works. So really, I would like to highlight that youth are the change agent, youth are the transforming agent. They have sufficient role in humanity as well as education and social transformation itself. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your presentation was wonderful and you have given everything, every insight about how youth development should be done. So thank you so much. Yes, we need to understand that youth power should be harnessed properly and then only they will be on proper lines. So thank you so much. Moving ahead, I would like to call Dr. Vasavai Acharya from India. She is the founder and MD of Tender Petals. She is founder and director of Early Childhood Development Forum. She is early childhood expert as well. She is ex-trainer for TISS. She is co-founder and director of Local Business Network. And the stage is all yours, ma'am. Kalpana, ma'am, can you please stop sharing your screen?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vaishali Tripathi, for this gracious introduction. And it's a pleasure to be here in this forum today and listen to all my co-speakers who've been sharing their views on what we need to actually teach to the youth of today, or what needs to be done with them. So generally, when we look at the millennials, the Generation Y, it's generally referred to as the generation, the lost generation, or sometimes it's also called the silent generation. Now, why are they lost? They're lost because it's a world where it's very difficult to find work. They find difficulty in finding independence at times and or start a family. So, and then again, the word silent generation for them because this generation doesn't talk much. Whatever is said or done, for me, the youth of today are the extraordinarily talented and they're full of endless possibilities. Therefore, I feel they should be motivated to share this to stretch their horizon and find the true meaning of their lives. And while doing so, I think a lot needs to be done on lines of leadership roles that they need to take up. Decision-making powers. We need to give them decision-making powers from the early, probably, right from the start, so that they have that confidence. Problem-solving opportunities. When we are talking about the youth, or when we are talking about the younger generation, we feel that, okay, how good are our problem solvers they might be, so that is very important. And all the 21st century skills my co-panelists, our speakers have talked about to become successful individuals. But one thing I would like to point out, in today's world, which is basically a very virtual space we live in, we have the plus and the minuses of this virtual place, provided we know how to use technology to our benefit. So that is one very, very important thing I would like to focus upon, because the youth need to understand that they need to use technology for furthering their talents and capabilities, and in order to give a voice to what they think. And they should not really be misusing this very, very crucial tool, which can be used to their advantage. The youth of today, again, I've noticed, are sometimes removed from the real life situation, again, because we are in a virtual world, and they are kind of a bit removed. So therefore, I feel they need to learn to be in the present. And to be in the present, the first thing is to be mindful. So as a mindfulness practitioner, as I've been teaching mindfulness to children from their early years, I would say that the youth of today need to start using mindfulness into their day-to-day lives, where they're more aware of what they are doing, what is the decision they need to take, what is the situation they are in, to understand the depth of the things they are into. So this is very important. And mindfulness practices have a lot of benefits besides some of those, like self-control, objectivity. It affects tolerance. They have an enhanced flexibility, but the major one being the ability to live at the moment and make the best of it. So I feel today's youth need to be at the moment, and they should be making the best of it while there is time. So so we often hear the saying, "Make hay while the sun shines." The increase of awareness of oneself is a major tool to live the successful and fulfilling life that we want our youth to live, to find a purpose, to, when we talk about ourselves, if we talk about motivating our youth, I would say the youth now need to develop the capacity and the capability to motivate themselves. They need to be self-motivators, and they need to stay enthusiastic at all the time to contribute to the society, to humanity in general, and to enrich their lives. This is all I had to say today. Thank you so much for having me here, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vasavi. Yes, youth should be self-motivated. They should have the power of decision making, and mindfulness is also one of the best practice they can do. So thank you so much for giving these answers to some of the questions for the youth. Moving ahead, I would like to call Ravithiran Vivekanantharasa from Sri Lanka. Sorry if I'm taking your name wrong. He's a lecturer he's lecturer at Open University, Sri Lanka. He has attended various international conferences as keynote speaker, panelist, resource person, and he has judged many conferences as well. And he is a recipient of many awards. So the stage is all yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, good evening, all of you, and various part of the country. So good morning, good afternoon. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I have to thank, first of all, IIU. And with that, especially I have to thank Madam Corina, and she kindly invited me, and she invited me. That's the thing I can say. So right, so all the participants, academicians, eminent speakers. So greetings from Sri Lanka. Now I can go my slide within minutes. I have to finish. So can I share my slide, ma'am? Okay, thank you. So is it visible, ma'am? Okay. Yeah. Okay, make it. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. My today's topic is the transformation of youth in the conceptual era. So I don't need to tell about me, already explained clearly. So with that topic, we are living not in the information age, that we are just behind the information age. The 21st century, it's truly called conceptual age. The idea is conceptual. What is conceptual? That's a thing we have to take these conceptual ideas and the conceptual skills to the youths at present for this 21st century. So the idea is what we understand about conceptual age and conceptual ideas from the information age. Information age that has already gone with the 20th century. Now we know, I don't know, some people are telling now we are living in the information age, like maybe that digitalization, the use of digital devices can make more information our day-to-day life. But anyway, we are in the conceptual age. So in this conceptual age, you know what is conceptual age? That's the thing. So simply I can say the conceptual age is the ability to perceive and imagine, predict and hypothesize, and to conclude and reflect. So how we are going to imagine and hypothesize and predict the things that we are normally getting in the day-to-day life. So when we are in the complex situation, how we are going to approach the situation, how we are going to solve the problem, that is very very key message to the youth in this 21st century, in this conceptual era. So with this conceptual era, all youth in this world, they have to get ready to be adapted with these conceptual ideas. In conceptual ideas, there are three main ideas I have to emphasize. The first one is creativity. Creativity is very important. In conceptual era, without creativity, so there is no conceptual age, or even I can say there is no any innovation. There is no any innovative ideas. There is no anything that may be new to this world. So creativity is very important factor, or I can say aspect for these 21st century youths. With this the creativity, the second thing is I think that there is a confusion in the slide. Okay, anyway, that you can see that logic and analysis. The logic and analysis is the second aspect of this conceptual era. So today's youth, they have to be ready to be logic and they have to be good at in analysis. How they are going to analyze the situation, how they are going to analyze the things that they are perceiving, they are getting day-to-day life. That's very important. Another second factor of this conceptual era. The final one, the third one, is the empathy. So we can talk about digitalization, digital things, and so many things digital that combine with the digitalization. But very important, without empathy, there is no life. We have to understand other people. We have to understand other people's feelings, what they try to say, what they feel, what they think. That's a very important thing. After that only we can go for any digitalization or any digital device. Without understanding the other's feeling, others' ideas, so we cannot do anything. So today's youth, they have to be very friendly with others. They have to understand other feelings, and they have to be ready to elaborate anything that they are going to publicly speak, or they are going to explain in certain places. That's the third point of this conceptual era. for this 21st century youth. With that, I have to tell this, I have to explain this about the 21st century learning. So if we think about the learning of 21st century youth, there are three basic knowledges. They have to develop their knowledges based on this framework. The first one is the fundamental knowledge. So what are the fundamental knowledge? That may be connected with the digital ICT literacy and core content knowledge and cross-disciplinary knowledge. With that, not only fundamental knowledge, nowadays we are just making the children or making the youth to be good at only fundamental knowledge. Sorry. But we are not thinking about that humanistic knowledge and meta knowledge. Humanistic knowledge and meta knowledge also very important for this 21st century youth. So what is meta knowledge? Meta knowledge, as I told before, the creativity, innovation, that is very important for this 21st century under meta knowledge. Problem solving, critical thinking, and communication and collaboration. So these are meta knowledge. Meta knowledge makes a person, or maybe we can say youths, to act. Fundamental knowledge only that depends on knowing the things, and we are just knowing that, memorizing that, writing, that's all. But meta knowledge just makes people to act. When we come to the humanistic knowledge, that is combined with values. Values are very important. Without values, we cannot make any. We can't be a citizen. We can't be a person, a good citizen in this world. So with humanistic knowledge, so what are the skills that related with humanistic knowledge? Job skills, we can say life or job skills. So ethical or emotional awareness, concept, cultural competence. So these are the things that comes under humanistic knowledge. So as a whole, what I want to say in this 21st century conceptual era, please note this word conceptual era, not the information or digitalization. No, though we are telling about digitalization, conceptualization, whatever, right, that digital type of things. But very important point, as we are people, as we are human, as we are youths, maybe youths, we are not youth anyway, youth, they have to understand about conceptual era and the skills and the things that they have to develop in this conceptual era. Especially I'm here focusing on this 21st century learning framework with three types of knowledge: fundamental knowledge, meta knowledge, and humanistic knowledge. With this, I conclude my presentation. So I don't know whether I finished within the time or less than the 5 minutes. So thank you very much, ma'am, for giving this opportunity, and again to Corina ma'am and all of you, and IIU, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Wonderful presentation. I loved your last slide, which told us about the three knowledges, that is the fundamental, mass, and humanities, to know, to value, and to act. So thank you so much for the great presentation from your side, Dr. Ravithiran. Moving ahead, there is always that one person who has the vision, the thought, the idea behind a successful venture and organization. And if we talk about that man behind the success of IIU, is none other than our beloved co-founder of IIU, that is Mr. Peeyush Pandit. A committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative, verbal communication and written skills. He is a next-gen speaker and a passionate writer. The versatile Dr. Peeyush Pandit is the founder of Swarna Bharat Parivar and chairman of Peeyush Group. The visionary Dr. Peeyush Pandit has just one dream: no child should be deprived of education. He conquers the world's first virtual internship university during a pandemic, the International Internship University, that is the IIU. The words are not enough for his dedication and hard work. Mr. Peeyush Pandit, the multi-talented and devoted personality, has received a plethora of awards, recognitions, and honors in acknowledgement of his contribution to social work, education, entrepreneurship, and so on. The list of his milestones is endless. Let's all watch a video about him, how he has been putting all his efforts to make education the best thing for every one of us. Can we have the video, please?
Peeyush Pandit was born on 27th July 1987 in Pratapgarh, Uttar Pradesh, in a middle-class family. Peeyush Pandit is that name who is recognized by his multiple work genres: an international social activist, award-winning social worker, serial entrepreneur, and founder of SBP Global. He has determined his destiny by having trust in him and Almighty God. Peeyush Pandit is a diligent and passionate social worker committed to serve the humanity. Peeyush Pandit has played a crucial role in crafting a team of volunteers and achieved global recognition as head of Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust, which span across more than 50 countries. He granted several live interviews and press conferences on rural development, access to justice, and the right to equality. Peeyush is youth leader with extensive social work experience, political activism, and stellar entrepreneurial achievements. When you think of social work and changing the world by improving human experiences, Peeyush Pandit comes to mind. He is proactively mentoring other social activists to encourage social activism and entrepreneurship around the world. He is working fiercely towards achieving United Nations sustainable goals in India and over the globe. Under the flawless leadership of Peeyush Pandit, Swarna Bharat Parivar Trust was established. The organization strives to place the humanity at forefront and bringing back the human warmth which has lost due to busy modern life. They are fighting to ensure ending poverty, unemployment, and making society better for all. Rural India has been a focal point of Peeyush, which gave birth to Help India Help Foundation. The social work continues and the e-village was established in 2012 to reinforce India's roots in villages and villagers. At the crux of Peeyush's work is the youth. He believes that youth empowerment is closely aligned with social service. Peeyush is the CEO of Peeyush Group. The organization covers several industries including renewable energy, logistics, real estate, and so on. Peeyush Pandit has succeeded in scaling the growth of these organizations, and his work has taken them to the multinational level. Peeyush is able to form and sustain positive relationship with people. He has received a plethora of awards and recognitions in 2018 with India's Great Leader Award, India Star Book of Records in 2019, GTF World Summit Bangkok 2019, Volunteer Hero, Abad Samman Samaroh, Blood Donation Award, Environmental Sentinel Award, Yuva Gaurav Samman, and Literature Confluence Award. Peeyush Pandit believes in the philosophy of growing together. His slogan is, "Let's grow together and create tomorrow's entrepreneur." He has the vision to create a society that is based on freedom, equality, solidarity, diversity, and fairness.
Wonderful, isn't it? Thank you, Peeyush sir, for making everything possible. We are here because you have created this wonderful platform. So thank you so much. Moving ahead, now I would like to call N. Kelida Lulaj from Kosovo. Sorry for taking the name wrong if I am taking. She is Doctor of Science for Finance and Accounting Ambassador for Financial Evaluation, Women Tech, Research and Science, and she is the country director of International Youth Society and World Voice Society. So the stage is all yours.
Hi, can you hear me, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Is it visible, my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Greetings to all of you. Greetings from my state, greetings from Kosovo. I am Enkeleda Lulay. I work at the University Haji Zeka Faculty of Management in Tourism, Hospitality and Environment. I am professor for finance and accounting. So thank you so much. I'm very honored and grateful to be here. Thank you, dear Corina, for inviting me. So as it is a short time, I will speak quickly. Today, I will talk about business leaders' tips for success. In this slide, you can see 8 top tips on becoming a successful business leader. The number 1 is identify your strengths. All leaders have their own talents, which are used in different ways to bring out the best in themselves and others. Write down what you believe are your strongest assets and skills. Keeping this in mind, decide what the best steps are for you to progress your career. Try not to compare yourself with others, but do approach people who inspire you to ask for their best advice. The number 2 is develop existing skills. Focus on developing the skills you already have. Becoming an expert in your field can give you more value as a leader. Opening you new avenues for your future and teaching you how to be more receptive to new opportunities that arise. So in the number 3 is find a mentor looking to make your next career. It's worth investing in a mentor if you are facing your field. The number 4, get a different perspective. Opening yourself up to different perspectives will help you make more accurate decisions that are driven by long-term thinking and experiences rather than emotions. Leaders are externally aware and they look for new ideas and inspiration from everywhere. The number 5, network. Networking can be pivotal for career advancement and achieving success as a leader. It helps you gain a greater understanding of the landscape outside of your own workplace and in turn help the outside world know more about you. So try to inject your personality everywhere you can. 6, take risk. Leaders must feel comfortable taking risk. Many decisions and actions are reversible and do not need extensive study. 7, say no more often. Saying no isn't just freeing, it's necessary. Why? If you disagree with a decision, explain your stance and give evidence. Every boss is unique, but as a rule, honesty is always the best policy. In the end, we have insist on the highest standards. Natural leaders have relentlessly high standards. A lot of people think these standards are irreasonably high, but it is so important that leaders are continually raising the bar and driving their teams to deliver high quality products, services, and processes. So thank you so much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you so much.
So much. It was wonderful and very crisp and in time. Thank you so much. I loved the things that we should identify the skills, then develop. We should try to develop. We should identify our strength to develop our skills. Find a mentor for ourselves. That is, youth should find a mentor for themselves. They should try to take risks and they should try to say no when it is required. So thank you so very much for this. Moving ahead,
My great pleasure.
Moving ahead, I would like to call Ambassador Professor Michael Ogebembil from Nigeria. Sorry if taking your name wrong. He is eminent scholar, full professor and elite professor. He is member of International Diplomatic Cooperative Organization, United Nations Volunteer Award, and he has bagged many awards and recognitions, and in the fields of in various fields from Arab Emirates, India, and Brazil, etc. So the stage is all yours. Can't hear you. You're not audible.
So,
Still can't hear you.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay. If you can hear me now. Thank you very much for moderators and the founders of IIU Peeyush Pandit and you. I hope you can hear me very well. You can hear me very well. Hello. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. My topic is humanity aligned by goals, transform a better youth. What about humanity? We're talking about the fact that our capacity to show that we care and we love one another. And by saying we align, we're talking about coming together, having a bridge in which we can say, okay, we can work together. This is whether I'm from America, whether I'm from London, whether I'm from Canada, whether I'm from Italy, whether I'm from Africa, whether I'm from another continent. We have a common goal, we have a platform where we both agree. And I think one of the platforms that put this agreement is the sustainable development goal, which is the sustainable development goal.
Sorry to disturb you, but your voice is cracking a lot. Sorry to disturb you, but your voice is cracking a lot. Not able to understand.
My earpiece. Can you hear me
now? No, we can't hear you.
Is it clear like this?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that we need to understand when they say a transformed youth, we're talking about youth that are already transformed. There are youth who have already bought into this vision and not come to a point whereby they say, we will ensure that we bring out the best in our world and become a role model for the next generation. All that I've talked about, people have been telling you to have their emotional control, ambition, growth, and I want to come from this angle to say that if we have transformed youth like we already have, those youth who are already by this vision and idea, just imagine we have a youth who come out to say, we are going into poverty, but with the sustainable development goal, saying no poverty. Meaning I am transformed. I am going to be better while I'm given the position to rule the place of government. Now you already have men who are looking to most of them who are already in the system, who already believe in the 17th social development, who are already saying we can make a better world, we can revive our world, we can bring out the best in ourselves. Are you getting it? Now all these youth have come together when they are voted into power or into position of influence. What would they do? As they come and say, whether they are in America or they are in London or they are in Canada, and they say, poverty, do you know what I will do? Automatically, there won't be corruption. Issue of corruption will never arise. Why am I saying this? Nobody who knows that he is voted into power, nobody who knows that he is voted into power will see that he wants to go and rob or corrupt anyone. So what would they do? They will work together. Both the ones in America, the ones in Canada, the ones in India, the ones in Asia, everybody working together to make sure that we say no poverty. Sorry, people say they can't hear me well. I don't know. But can you hear me very well? Can you hear me very well? Hello? Oh God. Can you hear me very well? People say they can't hear me. Can you hear me, Dr. Vashley?
We can't hear you actually.
Can you hear me very, very well? Oh my God. People are saying they can't hear me very well. Oh God. Oh, okay. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do.
Continue the network. Just continue. 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 The network is the issue. Continue.
The network, okay. The youth generally, if we work together and align, automatically we bring out the best in our world. Just imagine we have youth who believe in the sustainable development all over the world, and we are working together. We bring out the best in our work, in the best in our society. If all the youths work together with the method like Peeyush Pandit, with the method like Korea, with the method like Dr. Satma, who are already in the front line, with the method like Professor, who are already on the front line, who believe in the 17 sustainable development goal, and they are working hand in hand with them, they can be able to say, we say no, zero hunger. There will be zero hunger all over the world. And they work together and get out of allow the government, bring leadership to place. Remember, we're talking about we, the youth becoming what role model for others to follow. If we have taken this vision, if we are buying into it, and we are saying this is what we get to be done, we say no poverty, no hunger, we believe in quality education, we believe in gender equality, we believe in clean water and sanitation, and the rest of the 17, even climate action, taking the regular action, automatically, the next generation of youth which are coming up, they already have something to work with. They have a platform to work on. So what we're saying in essence, we are saying that we are already transformed body, transformed entity. We are role models for the next generation. So automatically, we are bringing out better youth who will not be corrupt because they
I think we have lost his connection. Hello? Okay, so let's move ahead. Next, I would like to call Irina Biba from Albania. She is master teacher and master trainer. She is Nearpod and vocabulary expert. She is school leader at Class Dojo, Microsoft Innovator Educator Expert, Microsoft Certified Master Trainer, and Wakelet Ambassador. So the stage is all yours, dear Irina.
Thank you, Dr. Vaishali, for introducing me. Hello to each and everyone. Greetings from my little country, Albania. So glad to be here with you. Thank you, Mr. Peeyush Pandit, for this wonderful platform. Thank you, Corina ma'am, for inviting me and all of the team. Actually, I feel home because I'm a member of IIU. Okay, I want to discuss with you about youth development in Albania. Is my screen clear?
Yeah.
I think so. Thank you. Okay. Young generation are those who make lives livelier and happier, who design the future and make the change. The ones with full hope and enthusiasm to go further and make the impossible possible. As every country of Europe, Asia, or America Albania as well is surrounded by a very fruitful young ladies and gentlemen. The young development in Albania has faced many problems, such as the difference between the levels of development of the youth that live in the other cities of Albania with the ones of the capital. Albania is a country place where high mountains finish in seas, where groundwater sources are numerous, and with a conducive climate to produce almost all kinds of fruits, and where vegetation is very diverse. If the youth will be directed towards learning of foreign languages in recognition of their territories, traditions, and customs, thus we would make a big step. When we talk about youth, always comes to my mind a sentence written by Anne Frank, perhaps in the most difficult moments of her life. How wonderful is that no one need to wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. We are now starting to improve the world of young people, a world that is good for youth. It's also a good world for everyone. What have we done for youth development in our country? After school activities in Albania vary widely depending on factors including age, background, and the participating of youth. Research on after-school programming finds that the most effective activities adapt to individual and small group needs. Furthermore, programming should be as engaging as possible, incorporating hands-on activities and connecting with students' interests and experiences. Different types of after-school activities in our school include academics. These types of activities are intended to build on and enhance student learning outside for class time. They can take the form of more traditional instruction, complete with assessments, or more interactive activities intended to actively engage youth. These activities should be well aligned with what students are learning during the school day. This could be summer learning programs, reading or math after school enrichment. The Ministry of Education here in Albania provides strategies for connecting after school activities to the school day. These programs have activities that are built on promoting specific skills related to a specialty topic such as sports, arts, science, and technology, youth development, and more. Typical program activities provided include soccer, drama, videography, poetry, coding, homework help, art, and crafts activities. These activities are provided by content experts and lead to specific outcomes in terms of young people gaining specialized skills. Community service projects provide an enriching experience for youth as they connect them to their community and instill feelings of empowerment. Furthermore, these activities can provide valuable work experience, particularly for youth from disadvantaged backgrounds. Field trips. Field trips are an exciting way to enrich a child's life outside of the normal classroom environment. They can include trips to museums, parks, zoos, aquariums, or any other local attraction that youth might find engaging and interesting. Physical activity and nutrition. After-school programs here in Albania are in a unique position to improve youth health outcomes, as they often serve population most at risk for adverse health outcomes and occur at a time of day when many youth are traditionally inactive. Such activities can help youth make better nutritional decisions and promote physical activity while increasing self-confidence and emotional well-being. That's all for today. Greetings again from my little country, Albania, and thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Irina. It was wonderful hearing you, and then it was so crisp and very short in time. Yes, youth development is very important, and the way you are conducting activities for the youth development is commendable. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, next I would like to call Jessie Wilkhu from India, co-founder and designer at Route to Fame. She is digital marketing strategist. She's also singer-songwriter by artist named Flop to Famous. So the stage is all yours, and we would love to hear from you now.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to mention it's he, not she. But so seriously.
I'm so sorry.
No issues at all.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I would like to thank IIU International Youth Development Council for organizing this virtual meet. And I'm really grateful for getting this opportunity to present myself in front of such eminent delegates from all around the world. So talking about today's topic, humanity aligned by goals and transformed a better youth. So, nearly half of all people in the world today are under the age of 25. Youth individuals between the ages of 15 and 24 make up over 1/6 of the world's population, and therefore they definitely play a very important role in shaping the future. The stability, especially in if we talk about developing countries, depends on how far do we go to protect the rights of youth and also provide them with the actual support that they need to contribute to the well-being of society. So I would like to particularly talk about two topics. First would be education and training. I'm sure we all would agree that quality education is essential for the youth to acquire skills to enter any of the adequately paid jobs we have today to offer them, and also to have the knowledge to make informed decisions about their own lives. And second would be economic opportunities. Today's global economy with its growing technology and trade sectors requires workers with increasingly greater skill levels. Increasingly, I would say. So our team at Roots to Fame, in association with Root Skills, we conduct various training programs to teach kids vocational skills to not only enhance their education, but also keep in mind with their job prospects. And also we include programs targeted to women who are trying to establish themselves. And as we all know how digitalization has increased because of the COVID situation. And I certainly believe that everything that I've mentioned so far can be achieved quicker as we transform and adapt ourselves to the digital world, just as we are meeting today digitally, all of us from all around the world. That's just, we can see how quickly we are adapting to the change that COVID has brought to us. So we at Roots to Fame, we offer a variety of strategic, creative, and technical services, and we constantly work to promote different national and international enterprises, irrespective of the size. We conduct online and offline events regularly for creating social awareness, because we believe that any policy or movement that is started or is being implemented is actually successful only when it reaches the locals, So it is actually successful that way. So we always make sure that we include locals and we get them to talk on topics which the government is focusing right now. And we take a pride in hosting these sessions, creating social awareness among locals. We believe that things can be better from here on. And we also believe in the better, I would say, not in the best, because best is stationary and better is always improving. So that's all from my side, and thank you again for giving this opportunity.
So very much. Yes, you have truly said that we should. I literally forgot what I was trying to tell, but yes, stationary. What you said is true. That I again forgot. Can you please remind me again?
I just said that we believe in best. Because we believe in better because best is stationary, while better is constantly growing.
Yeah. So it is very true. Sorry for doing it again wrong. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Moving ahead, I would like to call Mr. Mohiuddin Bhuyan from Bangladesh. He is lecturer, Department of Accounts, Bangladesh, MRE expert, Adobe Creative Educator, founder and organizer of Global Educator Network. Thank you so much. The stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to all. Good evening from Bangladesh. Can I share my screen, please? Am I audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, I just share my screen. My screen is visible, please.
Yes, it's coming. Yes, it's visible now.
Welcome to all. Welcome our today's organizing committee, IIU authority, and especially welcome to all of attendants. I just mentioned today about youth. First time I would like to introduce myself. My introduction already say about moderators, so no need time for this. Just I escape. And problem of youth today is fashionable to speak about teenage problem. A few years ago, alcohol, fight, killings, and other kind of violence were more problem for adults than from young people. But now, as official report admits, violence, AIDS, drug, and alcohol are more associated with youngest for many children from poor families violence. Drinking problem and all that is associated with poverty become more real than reality. Challenge of youth. There are three challenges I mentioned in this slide: peer pressure and addiction, cost of education. This is progress in your development, education, health and well-being, employment and opportunity, civic participation, political participation. And just I like to mention 21st century for youth, or our next young professionalists. There are a 21st century skill, communication and collaboration, working with ICT, health and welfare, safety and protection, specialized technology, assisting and caring, personal service, arts and humanities. Thank you all. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you, IIU authority. Okay.
Thank you so very much, Mohyuddin Boyan sir. It was great indeed hearing from you. Yes, 21st century skills are very important for the development of youths, and you have rightly put up all the 21st century skills which are to be implemented in curriculum as well, so that youth can be developed. So thank you so much. Moving ahead, now I would like to call Mansoor Shah from Pakistan. He is Senior Cambridge O-Level English teacher and trainer. So the stage is all yours.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, IIU, for conducting such a productive session that is the need of the hour. So when we talk about youth development and evolution, they are connected together, because youth is the name of the progress, and if they put up their effort, they can make the change. Well, today there are 1.8 billion people between the age of 10 to 24 years, and they are the largest generation of youth in history. Close to 90% of them live in developing countries, where they make up a large proportion of the population. Their numbers are expected to grow between 2015 to 2030 alone, about 1.9 million young people to turn 15 years old. So as far as Pakistan is concerned, we have like 85% youth that is based on like their skills. Well, unluckily, luckily, like there are less chances of development for them. We can give credit to the system as well, or we can call it like credit to the education system. But still, there are the youngsters who are trying their little best to just make a revolution in society as well. Well, the youth are also agents of the change, mobilizing to advance the sustainable development goals to improve their lives of people and the health of the planet. Provide with the necessary skills and opportunities needed to reach their potential. The young people in Pakistan can be a driving force for supporting development and contributing to peace and security. The youth of Pakistan-led organization need to encourage and empower to participate in translating like 230 agenda. That is an important part of our goals as well. They play a significant role in the implementation, monitoring, and adequate resources. The young people of Pakistan have potential to make the most effective transformation of the world into a better place for all. Well, building on its global conveying role, the United Nations is uniquely placed to act as a source of protection and support for young people in our country too, through which their needs can be addressed, their voice can be amplified, and their engagement can be advanced. They can be a part of like the computer training courses. They can be a part of their like IT courses. They can be part of the language courses. And with the help of the technology and language, they can groom their career as well. So the UN fully embraces young people in our country diversity in arts form. Therefore, the UN employs and educate for methods and approaches reflective for the diversity to make sure that all young people in our country can reach their full engagement, empowerment, and development. The UN recognizes young people of Pakistan as a right holder and promote and facilitate transparency, accountability, and responsiveness from the government, international organization, and others. Like Pakistan International Human Rights Organization, they are working for the betterment of the youth as well. And the most important part, like our education sector, they have started a new program, the Youth Development Program, in which any graduate can be a part of it, and they can start the internship, and they can learn their like skills as well. They can earn from themselves as well. So when in 2016, the inaugural class of 17 young leaders was announced, coming from different background, sectors, and region. The young leaders are selected based on their effort to end poverty, combat climate change, and reduce the poverty as well. What components can make them a better youth and they can change in the development of the nation? The first thing is that the critical thinker. A part of being young youth involves making sense of personal experience and asking questions about the world around you. The youth of the Pakistan have the capacity to identify and challenge existing power structures and the barriers to change and to expose their better productivity. The second important thing is like the change maker. Of course, this is really important now. The young people also have the power to act and mobilize others. The youth activism is on the rise the world over there to make the connectivity. Well, innovators, it's a time to just make innovators in society so that our country can make a progress. So idea of bringing the revolution is best for them as well. In addition to bringing fresh perspective, young people often have direct knowledge and insight into issues they're not accessible to adults. Youth best understand the problem they face and can offer new ideas and alternative solutions. Second last, the communicators. Outside international development sectors, people are aware that world leaders have come to historic, far-reaching agreement to improve the lives of the people and the planet by 2030. So young people can be the partners in communicating the development agenda to their peers and communities at the local levels, as well as across countries and regions. Last, leaders. When young people are empowered with the knowledge of their rights and equipped with the leadership skills, they can drive change in their communities and countries. Youth-led organization and network in particular should be supported and strengthened because they contribute to the development of civic leadership skills among young people, especially like the law which is not making progress. So I believe that the young people and revolution go side by side to bring betterment and reformation in society. Well, thank you so much from my side.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful hearing from you and how your country is working for the development of youth and also how critical thinking can be beneficial for the youth development. So thank you so much for your words. Moving ahead, I would like to call Meena Jha from India. She is woman academician peace ambassador, facilitator, motivator, and public speaker, and orator as well. So the stage is all yours. Neela, ma'am?
Good evening, one and all. And my voice is audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Please allow me to share my screen.
Thank
you, ma'am. Can you see my screen?
Meena, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm connecting.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen,
Yeah,
please?
we can see your screen and you're audible.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So today's wonderful topic,
We can't hear you. Hello? Meena, ma'am, are you there? Meena, ma'am? I think we have lost the connection with her. So before she joins and deliver her lecture, let's watch a video about how IIU-IYDC is working. Can we have the video, please?
IIU Youth Development Program focuses on developing young minds and making their one-time opportunity a lifetime achievement. We want to create a modernized cultural environment of social education and welfare so that our growing youngsters will understand the value of roots. We always hear that youth is confused and misguided. They are confused and miserable because no one guided them. We are motivating and guiding the youth of India to be aware of the truth and to take action against falsehood. Youth are the future of the world, so youth development is directly related to the development and progress of the world. Peeyush Pandit. With the vision to improve the lives of children and adolescents by meeting their basic physical, developmental, and social needs, and by helping them to build the competencies needed to become successful adults. The founder of IIU, Peeyush Pandit, decided to form IIU International Youth Development Council. Peeyush Pandit at IIU International Youth Development Council endeavors to bridge the gap between global and local in each part of the world. He, with his strong teamwork towards the development of youth across the globe, exercising resources to engage youths all over the globe to learn, share and grow. Peeyush Pandit has strongly believed that childhood is a unique and crucial stage of human development. IIU International Youth Development Council is always looking for young and enthusiastic minds who want to get involved with us and participate. IIU International Youth Development Council constantly appoints executive committee members, officers, and members for our various activities, whether it's short-term or long-term. Peeyush Pandit is very confident that volunteering is and should be part of our lives as citizens. However, internship opportunities along with education can be a great way to gain much-needed experience for the youths of the world. Peeyush Pandit, the founder of IIU, made internship opportunities easily available to all the youth of the globe through International Internship University. Peeyush Pandit has developed various programs and services for youth from the underprivileged sections of the society who were poor, orphaned, delinquent, or mentally ill. Focused heavily on helping them avoid their natural inclination toward vice and sought to help them gain useful occupation. focusing on developing the strength of the youths of the world. Rather than trying to keep teens from engaging in risky behaviors, youth development programs focus on helping them grow into happy, healthy adults. If the values will be imbibed in each member of the IIU International Youth Development Council for their progress and growth, which will ultimately lead to success. Youth development builds on 6 C's which help to prepare youths for success in every endeavor. IIU works hard to have a positive view of one's actions in areas like social, academic, cognitive, health and vocation, interpersonal skills such as conflict resolution, cognitive abilities such as decision-making, performance in terms of grades, behavior, and attendance. Nutrition, fitness, and rest make up health competency, are important factors that affect the development of the youth, which in turn affects vocational competence such as work habits and career exploration. Our objectives are as follows: to initiate, implement, and complete projects and activities which will be of help to the youth and the community. To develop and provide opportunities for leadership and service. To encourage the personal growth of leaders through participation in district, state, and national meetings and organizations. To promote respect for law and order and the general welfare of community. To promote an awareness of human relations, of power structures, and how one effectively operates within them. These objectives are realistically approached through increasing avenues of cooperation among the youths. To develop youth's potential and encourage to make a well-informed, honest, interested, and active citizenship. To develop not only leadership abilities within the youth of today, but also leadership for the community, state, and nation of tomorrow. Youth Development Council foresees a world where all young people are inspired and equipped to realize the future they want. IIU has the vision that youths of the globe should have safe, healthy, and stable places to live, learn, and work. Opportunities to access high-quality, affordable healthcare. Opportunities to acquire education, training, life skills development, and to succeed in jobs, careers, self-sufficiency, and adulthood. Special bonding with family, peers, school, supportive adults, and community. Well-trained, knowledgeable in the field, competent, compassionate, and culturally responsive connection with other organizations, recognition of their community for their strengths, and provided multiple opportunities for civic engagement, service, and leadership, thrives throughout all phases of their development including early and middle childhood, adolescence, and young adulthood. Our mission is as follows. IIU Youth Development Council helps youths all over the globe to improve their lives through an educational process that applies knowledge to critical issues, needs, and opportunities of education and employment. IIU Youth Development Council connects youths with opportunities to transform their lives. IIU is committed to a complete makeover of the youths of the globe, with the help of counseling programs and training sessions on leadership, legal education, lifelong education, entrepreneurship, health and hygiene, public interactions, soft skills, wellness and rejuvenation, languages, culture, visual and performing arts, parenting and multitasking productively are undertaken with enthusiasm. IIU strongly believes that youth of IIU-IYDC should meet their counterparts across the globe to broaden their horizons of knowledge, understand cultural perspectives, and assimilate the best practices to incorporate in their lives, thereby enhancing the flavor of living a life of dynamism, power, and economic fulfillment to leave a mark and legacy for posterity. He feels that the confidence of youths all over globe should be boosted and an unstoppable spirit should prevail.
Wonderful, isn't it? Thank you so much, Peeyush Pandit sir, for creating this platform as well. You are working so great that even the youth is going to get benefits from whatever work you are going to do for them. So thank you so much. Is Meena Jha ma'am there? I think I saw her.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I am here. I apologize due to network
No
discontinuity.
issues.
Okay.
No issues, ma'am. You can please continue.
Thank you, Dr. Vishali, ma'am. Thank you so much. And today's wonderful topic. I think so. My presentation is visible, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. Humanity aligned by goal transformed and better youth. So this is today's topic, and I would like to say you yourself, as much as you love universe, so you deserve your love. So we first love ourselves, then we can spread love and happiness among all. So adolescent and youth are the backbone of any society. And ma'am, my voice is audible? Yes?
Yes.
And their talent, personality development, potential influence for future economic growth and development. So this period of life is the ground investment and provides a window of opportunity. So need of the youth development, we all eminent speakers are saying this. So I am just telling in very shortcut that we want to help, support and empower young people by helping organizations and all the nations throughout the world, like harness the potential of young people. And youth development is a process that prepares a young person to meet all the life skills, all the challenges of the life to achieve full potential. So that helps them to develop their social, ethical, emotional, physical, cognitive competencies. So again, I would like to say all eminent speakers are saying that is sustainable developmental goals also. So the issues including gender discrimination, good health, reducing inequality, combating poverty. These are the things that are the need of the hours that we should work on, we should focus on. So youth development and youth leadership, it is a process that prepares the young person to meet the challenges. And how even the pandemic, this time. So young generation are facing lot of acute stress responses, frustration, anger. So this is the need of the hour that we educationists, academicians, teachers, counselors, we should work hard for that, for their betterment. And what we should do, if youth is facing certain problems, mental disorders, this is the time that adults can provide stability and support to facilitate access to professional help. And there are so many preventive actions of COVID-19 pandemic that we should keep on motivating and inspiring them that you should do this, you should do that to protect themselves, the younger generation, which is no doubt the backbone of any country. So we should keep them aware, keep them reinforcing that your youth should be healthy, they should take proper balanced diet, they should take proper immunization, they should be socially connected, encourage adolescents to connect family, video chat, so that they should make a mutual bond. That is our role. We should tell them. And there are so many things that is specially special from India, the power of yoga. Yogic practices align our body, mind, and spirit and enhances mental clarity. So International Mental Health Day, 10th October, yesterday also, so many things we all have heard that we should give expertise about the benefit from yoga because students are facing lot of issues. So yoga asanas, breathing exercises, meditation, that definitely influences and encourages our youth to make more emotionally stronger. So ways to do certain yoga practices, parents, teachers can motivate children. We should adjust our mindset. We should take out the quality time. We should focus concrete goals and we should share supports, make time for doing this little exercise. Start from initially little time, 10 times, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, then go for 30 minutes like that. And we should decide what we have to do. We will always encourage others and we should give rewards and incentives. Listen to our body, commit to ourselves. The benefits of yoga, not only for youth, but everyone around the world, everyone, adolescents, younger children, elderly people. It improves skill, weight reduction, improves our balanced body, mind, soul, perfects body posture, protects spine. So lot of benefits from yoga. And there are so many common problems with youths are facing, especially during pandemic. So loss of family income, disruption in services. So it is the need that we should encourage them that don't dishearten, and there are so many ways to come up. So there are a few examples which we should tell the youth to do. Make a diary, small diary, express yourself, write simple things, poetry, few lines, drawing, dancing, talk about your feelings, concerns to others, do some breathing exercise. These are the solutions that we can find and we can implement. So do something active exercises, morning walk exercises. It will help us to release feel good hormone, stay connected with friends and families, and talk to health worker or counselor. So keep the daily routine at a time. And our role is that we should accept ourselves, and there are the certain tips: blissful self, energy self, mental self, physical self, and intellectual self. We should focus on these areas, and if we should work on that, then definitely our youth will be developed positively in positive direction. And this is mentioned by President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. So keep thinking high, be very creative, and then you become great. And without your involvement, you cannot success. So keep proceeding high, become a role model, and the youth will follow you, and definitely you can conquer the world. So your future is created by what you do today. Always practice gratitude. Be thankful for everything in life. Then you will certainly aim for higher. So these are the references, www.whoint and certain references. So it is not about being the best, it's about being better than yesterday. So keep striving hard, keep loving everyone around you, and you will certainly touch the sky with glory. So this is all about my presentation, and my sincere gratitude to Dr. Vishali Tripathi ma'am, Dr. Nada ma'am, Karina ma'am, Peeyush Pandit sir, Dr. Satnam ma'am, and everyone, all eminent speakers, everyone, Professor Sheikh sir, and everyone. Thank you for giving me excellent opportunity to express myself. My heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Kalpana Dikshit ma'am and everyone. Thank you so much. Love and regards, Meena Jha from India. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meena ma'am. It was really wonderful hearing you, and you have given all the important points that are required for the development of youth, starting from your yoga exercises, for being blissful, grateful, in gratitude, everything. So I loved your presentation. So thank you so much. And one more thing, now I would like to tell all the speakers to please stick to 5 minutes of time, because we are running out of time. We need to wind up this faster.
So I just want to end with my this lines. सीढ़ियां उन्हें मुबारक जिन्हें हो छतों तक जाना. सीढ़ियां उन्हें मुबारक जिन्हें हो छतों तक जाना. मंजिल हो जिनका आसमां, मंजिल हो जिनका आसमां, उन्हें रास्ता खुद ही है बनाना, खुद ही है बनाना.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead, I would like to call Muhammad Anwar from Afghanistan. He is finance officer. He has been English lecturer and a trainer as well. So the stage is all yours, sir. Are you there? We can't hear you. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Greetings from Afghanistan. Thank you so much, madam, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk about today's wonderful topic, which is about self-development. So, of course, self-development is very crucial for ourselves, for our youngster, for our community, for our people, and overall for our country. So we have to make our students aware of self-development, and for that we have to make plans, daily plans, and also short-term plans and long-term plans. Because without planning, without proper planning, we cannot proceed. We cannot even teach our student. So planning for a life is must at the beginning stage. Then on the next stage is our action, our implementation. We have to take a serious action and to achieve our plan and objectives. And also while we make plan and also what are our goals in life, and then we are facing some challenges, some obstacle in our road and our path. So we should face the challenges and move forward. So this is a very good for ourselves. And also what I feel for to do ourselves, for example, we need to do our SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, it's a very important for ourselves. It means that what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, and what are the opportunity for us, and what are the threat for ourselves. So every student, every teacher need to do SWOT analysis for our life in order to succeed or in order to persuade our student and our community. So this was a very short introduction. I have another meeting, so I don't like to talk more. So this was a very short topic about self-development. So hope it was good.
Yes, indeed, it was short and crisp. And yes, youth development is important, and you have given all the necessary points that are required. So thank you so much, Anwar sir. Moving ahead, I would like to call Professor Jared Akama Onyari from Kenya. He is servant of God of Everlasting Chapel. He is trained lay chaplain, a certified professional meditator and mediator, and environmental impact assessment lead expert. So the stage is all yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity also to address the issues to do with the youth. And I want to associate myself with what other presenters have said. But let me just add this, that we have to address the issues affecting the youth. And that's why sometimes I have issues to do with sustainable development goals, because when you look from goal number 1 to goal number 17, there's no goal which addresses the youth. And the youth make a part of the world population. So if we have to move forward with the youth, let us have holistic education which addresses the challenges of the youth. We have to think in terms of information technology. We have to talk about innovation. We have to talk about creativity. We have to talk about entrepreneurship. If we are indeed seriously want to talk about issues about the youth, I always say this: nothing about us to be discussed if we are not there. So the youth must be at the center, the center stage on issues affecting them. And if we have to move that way, the youths are yearning for the mentors. So as we conclude our conference, let us come with a resolution that the youths are yearning for mentors. And as we will be exiting from sustainable development, which are 8 years away from where we are today, let us exactly bring the issues to do with the youth. And it must be one of the agendas. In fact, I want to say that when we had the Millennium Development Goals, there were 8 in number. And those countries which did not enjoy peace, they did not even try to bring one. That's how we came with sustainable development. So future leaders of the world, if we seriously think that the youths are the leaders of tomorrow, but I see that the leaders are leaders of today, let us have a goal specifically to address the issues of the youth, which I have said we must have an education which address information technology for the youth, the goal which address innovation, the goal which addresses creativity, the goals which addresses entrepreneurship. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor. It was indeed great hearing from you. And you have rightly said that information technology, creativity, and entrepreneurship are the key points for youth development, and it will be possible only if we are going to support them. So thank you so much. Moving ahead, now I would like to call Ruben Garcia from Paris, Peru. He is an educator with 32 years of experience in ESL and ELT. He is coach in leadership, personal development, and professional growth. So the stage is all yours.
I am very glad to participate in this IIU, International Youth Development Council. We surely need humanity aligned by goals to transform a better youth. But how do we do that? I am highly convinced that we need to consider several aspects, such as monitoring and evaluation. We need positive youth development. It is important to get better youth outcomes and measure them. Youth engagement measurement guides. We need guidance for monitoring and evaluating youth programs. In education, we need accurate assessments. In youth engagement and empowerment, youth advisory councils, we also need youth-led club documentary and technical briefs, which provide tips gathered from members of youth power engagement community for practice for meaningful and ongoing youth engagement to different actors. We need to increase meaningful youth and engage them in community of practice. We need to inspire, influence, and inform about positive youth development programs. In gender and social inclusion as well, we need to research on understanding and tackling the gender drivers of poor adolescent mental health, to understand the context of the gender impacts of bullying and mental health among adolescents in low and middle income countries. We need to be concerned about adolescent mental health, approaches to mitigate sexual violence and coercion among adolescents, building choice, voice, and agency for prevention and response. Transformative or positive youth development practices, social inclusion in positive youth development programs. In cross-sectoral, we need positive youth development learning agenda. The evolution of positive youth development as a key international development approach. Systematic review of positive youth development in low and middle income countries. Positive youth development programs in low and middle income countries, conceptual framework and review of efficacy. Soft skills. We need soft skills research to measure youth competencies across contexts, adapt soft skills measurement tools. We need to explore the development of cross-sectoral skills for youth and a study of cross-cutting non-cognitive skills. We need to uncover youth's values. We talk about workforce development and entrepreneurship. We need applications of effectuation theory of youth entrepreneurship programs, systematic review of positive youth development in low and middle income countries, findings of workforce readiness and employability. We need to understand how youth skills development initiatives ensure effective targeting, recruitment, and retention. How about health? We need clinical guidance for health services. We need technical and programmatic considerations for preventing diseases. And we need to understand what works in youth health. This is what I can say in this very brief time to give a presentation in this important topic, which is open for further discussion. Thank you. Greetings from Peru. Back to you, Dr. Vaishali Tripathi.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful hearing from you. And yes, you have raised all important points, including cross-cognitive skills and creative learning and etc. So thank you so much. We'll be thinking more about all these things, and it is not one day topic that we'll get solutions. We need to work on them, then only we'll get proper solutions for the youth development. So thank you so much, Ruben sir. Moving ahead, I would like to call Uche Linda Okpala from Nigeria. She is Principal Education Officer. She is CPE CPN member, Computer Professional Regulation Council of Nigeria. She is resource person and an educator who keeps innovating new strategies. She is passionate about SDGs, and she is National Geographic Certified Educator and has won many international educator awards. So the stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yeah, very much.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm very grateful to be here on this stage of IIU. I'm also a member. I do want to appreciate the founder. In fact, all protocol duly observed because I don't even have much time. So today this topic is so awesome, and honestly, we have to seriously deal with it because we can't even do without this topic. It's very, very important for the development of every nation. So I'm going to be speaking based on the teacher's perspective. Let's talk about the humanity. Humanity, symbolizes love, kindness, empathy, compassion towards one another. This is what we as a teacher should be showcasing to our students. Are we doing that to help them when they needed that most? According to Albert Einstein, he said, we cannot despair humanity since we ourselves are human beings. So based on that, youth is the hope and future of every nation. Therefore, we should invest massively in youth and get them ready for the future. Okay. However, most of our youth has lost it. Why? And center could not hold again. We should understand that we are simply the hamster wheel of taking massive action that align with our authentic being. So if humanity really steps into the world of human beings instead of the disease state of human doing, then we could witness the natural flow that has been creating from the last 4.3 billion years on the planet. How should we forge ahead? When it comes to the teacher, as I said earlier on, the most noble goal of a teacher is to realize the social, emotional learning nature of his or her students. And this can be achieved by various means that will be unique to the student for a better, healthy life. So many people are striving for joy, happiness in all wrong places, sitting at materialistic pleasures and pursuits. Consequently, their life is filled with suffering, and at a point, eventually comes to extreme frustration. They decided that it will seek the ultimate and break away from the chains that keep them a prisoner of their own psychological drama. Our educational system is developed in such a way that students are encouraged to just sit down in a chair, learn something that they don't even interested in, and get punished when their performance is very poor. No wonder school nearly a universally dreaded experience, and this is because it contrasts the nature of the soul, liberty, freedom, and faithfulness. If the goal of the education system is not to produce obedient robots, but rather the highest ideas, which are enlightenment, well-being, joy, and peacefulness, it would at least contain within the curriculum techniques that equip children to become more aligned to humanity. That will be, they will be equipped and cope with the adversities of life. Humanity would move in a more positive direction if it did not place such an emphasis on celebrities who exude materialistic and some qualities. Instead of spotlighting and maybe, they can be shown on those who are involving spirituality, for example, exposing wisdom and spreading peace in the world. This is crucial because children imitate those surround them. And if children and young adults are constantly surrounded by role models who represent sex, power, and even crime, this can be unconsciously driving force, which can play a role in shaping the destiny of many young adults. We teachers have a whole lot to bring to the table, introducing United Nations SDG goals to students, using edited tools and resources that engages and maximizes student learning outcomes, and it's very, very important. So we need a positive action to reset the minds of our youth, prepare them for the future ready that would help them to meet up with their counterparts, thinking out of box, provide solutions to the real world problems, having an enthusiastic attitude towards technological drive, possessing the global and healthy citizens to acquire core values of 21st century school, eventually when they leave school. So we must give them listening ear. Their social and emotional learning must be on. In fact, we must be checking them at all times. And this will increase their feeling of acceptance and connectedness, thereby making our world a whole better place to live in. Finally, we need youth development. Massive help from policymakers, stakeholders, government, NGOs, just like the way IIU is doing right now to invest in our future generations and leaders. So, well, 24-digit skills, I founded 24-digit skills to promote SDGs, especially SDG 4, by bridging the gap of digital divide, both local and global, by integrating 21st century skills, which is driving change to the education sector. We are empowering youth and giving them voice for digital skills today, future ready tomorrow. Thank you for your attention. And I wouldn't want to waste much of our time. I really want to appreciate all the speakers that have spoken so well, IIU sport team, and the founder and co-founders that have really doing a great job. Thank you so much. Appreciate for Nigeria. Peace out.
Thank you so much, Uche, Linda ma'am. First, I would like to congratulate you for being the Director of Academic Affairs of IIU Africa. So heartiest congratulations from every one of us who are present here, and great going. And about your presentation, yes, humanizing values is very important. Social and emotional well-being of youth is very important, and psychological balance is also very important for youth development. So thank you so very much for giving us these directives. Moving ahead, now I would like to call Professor Charles. Hello. Moving ahead, I would like to call Professor Charles Abhoria, sorry for taking your name wrong, from Nigeria. He is an insurer, motivator, peace and chaplain ambassador, and a multi-awardee. So the stage is all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, a great moderator of our centuries. I need to appreciate you, appreciate IIU. I need to appreciate the founder, appreciate all team workers, all the executive, all the boards of members. I appreciate you all. May God continue to bless every one of you. Today, we are here to speak about humanity aligned by goals, transform a better youth. What are the key words there? Transformation, goals, youth, humanity, and aligned. Look at that. Irrespective of our challenges, we must be like a little children and be transformed inwardly with positive mental attitude to receive God's blessing and favor. And every one of us want to receive the favor of God, want to receive the blessing of God, we must be transformed. Irrespective of our age, irrespective of whoever we might be, we need to be energized socially and be matured in our action, in our thinking, in every ramification of life, so that we'll be able to receive the blessing of God. To be transformed, or to be better transformed youth, we must align by our goals. Not only goals, by our objective, by our mission, by our vision, by our statement, by our core value, so as to be focused. And we advise every reasonable youth to align to IIU goals, IIU objective, IIU mission, IIU core value, because we, IIU, we follow what we are aligned to SDG, and not only SDG by UN goals too. So we must be followers of all these goals so that we'll be a better youth. Expectation from youth. Whoever aligned with IIU goals, vision, core value, or vision must have the following: 1, committed and inspired youth. 2, a social activist, passionate in education. 3, must have good reputation in social, cultural, and traditional values. 4, must have excellence in administrative, in verbal communication, and in written skills. 5, must have a strong value to education and be passionate in the area of no child should be deprived of education, because education is key and is success, and it liberates one who is in bondage. 6, always ready to take action to students and not students to education so as to bring about better society. I repeat again, always ready to take education to students and not students to education so as to bring about better society. 7, always believing in the power of integration without discrimination and working towards holistic growth and development of human race. 8, always believing in dynamism, in changes, in development, and in growth, in power, and economic fulfillment so as to bring about transformation to human globally. 9, must have the power of entrepreneurship skill and without any discrimination of general, creed, or race. 10, must always enhance humanity, must always enhancing humanity to bring about changes. 11, must believe in integrating the talent of human entrepreneurship with divine interest to take risks, develop a new venture of earnings. 12, must also make a difference in human endeavor. 13, must making society better for all and have strong vision and passion. 14, must believe in the susceptibility for women of substance by building women entrepreneurship skill and steering them in the right direction. Must also have solution to every challenge. Youth should
Professor Charles, are you there? Professor Charles, are you there? Is anyone left with speaking today? I think all are done with this. All the speakers are done with it. So I would like to conclude now, or should we wait for Professor Charles? I think we should move ahead because time is really precious for every one of us.
Please.
Yes. So it is time to conclude this wonderful event, and indeed we have witnessed some new ideas, techniques, and ventures on how to transform the youths to have a better world. And finally, I would like to invite Ms. Corina Sojdia from Romania to take this stage for the vote of thanks. Ms. Corina Sojdia, who is a global renowned teacher from Romania, has 25 years of teaching experience, and she has bagged many global awards for innovation in education 2015 and Best Teacher Award in 2021, along with Gandhi Peace Award recently. She is heading high positions in various international organizations such as International Youth Society World Voice International, EduClouds UK, Eco Training Center Sweden, Worldwide Green Project, board member of International Internship University as well. She is also a keynote speaker in many conferences. So the stage is all yours, ma'am, and we would love to hear from you now.
Thank you very much, my dear friend Vaishali. I want to start, first of all, with all of you. With you. You all are simple, amazing. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for accepting our invitation to be here today. We learn a lot from all of you. Thank you. But because this can't be possible without our boss, how I like to call him, our big leader of IIU, Mr. Peeyush Pandit, we have to say a big thank you to Peeyush Pandit and all the team of IIU who always stay behind and help us in our events. I hope you have a very good time with us today, like yesterday as well. I really feel amazed because I have the chance to listen you all, to learn from you all, and I hope in the future we can have many collaborations like this. Thank you all of you once again, and see you tomorrow. Waiting for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's join our hands together to connect youths with opportunity to transform their lives. So thank you, everyone, for being part of this event today, and we'll be meeting tomorrow again as well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. If anyone has not filled the form, please kindly fill the